Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
The Guam Tax Commission has been put on notice.
We may be at the helm of a very urgent situation, and the community may actually be looking to us to stave this off.
Reconvening in 2015 after being dormant for 8 years, the Guam Tax Commission may now have a lot more work ahead of them. Commissioner Chairman Senator Michael Nicholas.
In a nutshell, we have a president-elect whose political parties in power in the House and the Senate. And if his most recent proposed tax policy changes begin coming to fruition in the current government, or the government to come, it's going to have significant impact on our territory.
Because the Guam territorial income tax is linked between the federal income tax, if the federal income tax is changed as suggested by Trump's plan, Gov Guam will lose income tax revenue. Based on a tax policy center analysis, the proposed tax plan will result in revenue from the average household to decrease by over $2,900 in 2017. And with about 43,000 households on Guam, that could equal $126 million in lost revenue for fiscal year 2017.
But with these kind of potential impacts looming, we may need to begin working more expeditiously to decide whether or not delinking might be something beneficial for the island, depending on what begins to materialize as actual policy.
Commissioner and UOG economist Dr. Roseanne Jones says this proposal is clearly a moving target, but it's best to have a heads up on the possibility of changes. She adds the $126 million potential loss revenue is sadly a best case scenario.
Only because there are so many other issues out there. What happens with our tourism industry? Again, in light of TPP, in light of the relationship with Asia. What happens with the military investment? So those questions aren't part of this. This is just looking at the base that we have right now. Right. And if it drives business activity away, if our import expenses and linkages increase, there may be more to this story than that number.
Commissioners noted this analysis doesn't take into account other policy changes that may also happen in terms of food stamps and Medicaid. Nicholas says they want to be ahead of the curve, especially with what could happen in Trump's first 100 days in office. The analysis will be forwarded to the governor, congresswoman, and the Guam Chamber of Commerce. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.